That really comes from me, and that's why I love doing. I love writing music, I love being in the studio, and this is like my real passion.
Paris Hilton, good morning.
Good morning.
You know, it's hard to believe you're just 25 years old, but the reality is if people don't really know you, as you say, based on all they've seen of you, then who are you really, Paris Hilton? What don't people know about you?
So I'm a really good person. I'm down to earth. I have a big heart. I have feelings, and I'm just like everybody else.
Well, you seem to be trying to do everything. You know, I just mentioned a number of the things you're doing. You TV show, movie, author, you know, a lingerie line, perfume line. But your manager says music for you is priority number one. Why?
Well, since I'm 6 years old, I've been playing the violin, the piano, I've been singing. It's always been a dream of mine, but I really never had the courage to actually go and do it professionally.
So what gave you the courage?
Just going through a lot of my life, becoming more confident in myself, writing my own music, and just really getting in the studio and just doing it.
Mm-hmm. And now some critics have said, well, you know, this is much better than we think it was going to be. Others aren't so sure that you have a singing talent. What do you want to say to people about this CD and your talent on it?
You know, I had so much fun doing it. I love music. It's always been a big part of my life, and I don't think people should, you know, judge just my last name based on the album. I think the music definitely speaks for itself, and it's a great album. It
deals a lot with love and high-profile relationships, which of course begs the question about yours. And you know, in the tabloids, that's all people talk about is you and your relationships with other people. And then there's a quote that I have to ask you about, because now this British magazine says that you've made a vow to stay celibate for a year, or at least single. You want to clarify that? I mean, or you want to explain it?
I just want to be single for a year and focus on myself. And that's basically what I'm doing.
You feel that maybe that other stuff is distracting your life, and
I've just always
made
had a boyfriend my whole life, and now I'm really focusing on myself, and I think that's more important right now.
So you're talking about a change in who you want to present to the world. That's what you're talking
definitely.
about. So do you feel any regret for what you've presented to the world until now? In other words, you know, I mean, a lot of the young girls in our audience here are big fans of yours.
Yeah.
Your fan base 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. And you know, a lot of what they've seen in the tabloids does not reflect maybe what we want our young girls to emulate, and yet they emulate you. Do you have any regret about that?
Well, it hurts my feelings because the person that I read about sometimes in these gossip magazines is not the person who I am. So I don't want, you know, my fans to think that's how I am.
But you know, you did do the ad that we just saw. You know, you are very, you present a very sexual image to the world. Do you think that maybe, do you feel any responsibility for wanting people to, you know, young girls especially, to see a good role model, or do you feel that that's really not your job?
I think I am a good role model, and a lot of mothers come up to me and they're really happy, and I think if any girl follows their dreams, that anything can happen for them. You
know, you dream high. You actually just also said in a recent interview, you were comparing yourself, and because of all the attention you get from paparazzi, to Princess Diana and Marilyn Monroe, and you know, that caused some people to think twice, because you know, Diana was known as a great humanitarian, and Marilyn Monroe was one of the most popular actresses of all time.
Someone said that to me, and I said, oh, I never said that, actually.
Oh, so you were misquoted there. So
yeah.
Are you angry? Do you feel that people just don't understand you because you are misquoted, or do you feel that you need to change who you are a little bit to match?
I just think it's the media just making things up. I don't really pay attention. I have so many great things going on in my life that I don't need to pay attention to some writer.
Including Paris the CD, which hits music stores next Tuesday, August 22nd. Paris, thank you.
Thank you.
More coming up.
Right. But talking